Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is your teacher, Mrs. Numaira Zahid. I hope you are all in a very good condition. So here in this lesson, we are going to study about the general characteristics of organic compounds. Here, we are going to talk about the sources of organic compounds, the combustion, the melting and boiling points of organic compounds. What about the electrical conductivity, their solubility, the rate of reactivity, their composition and stability. So let's begin up with the source of organic compounds. What are the sources of organic compounds? As we know that mostly the organic compounds are actually obtained from the living organisms. They are produced from the living sources. So sources are the living things. Most of the organic compounds are produced inside the living systems, that is animals and plants. And we can also synthesize them from the minerals. So the sources can be organic and inorganic. Okay. What about the composition? When we talk about the composition of organic compounds are composed of, especially they are, because organic compounds are hydrocarbons, so they are composed of carbon and hydrogen plus other elements, which are not necessarily be the same in all the compounds. So carbon and hydrogen are to be essentially present. These are the essential elements for the organic compounds, and other elements like nitrogen, like sulfur, like oxygen, like phosphorus, like magnesium, they are not necessarily to be present in all the compounds, all the hydrocarbons or all the organic compounds. So these carbon and hydrogen are the essential elements to be found in organic compounds. Carbon is the key element in all organic compounds, and after carbon, most frequently used element is hydrogen. So carbon and hydrogen are considered as essential elements to be found in organic compounds. When we talk about organic compounds, they may contain some halogens like chlorine, bromine, iodine, and they may contain oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, magnesium. So organic compounds contain both types of covalent bonds, that is polar and non-polar. So it is really very important to know about the bonding in organic compounds. When we talk about the bonding in organic compounds, we found that organic compounds are always bonded covalently, and both types of covalent bonds are found in the organic compounds, which are polar and non-polar. Okay. So the third property or the third characteristic we are going to discuss about organic compounds is their solubility. According to the concept or the law, like dissolves like, and the rule is like dissolves like. According to this rule, we can find out that organic compounds are insoluble in water. Okay, insoluble in water, because organic compounds are the compounds containing covalent bonds, and they are usually non-polar but soluble in organic solvents. So insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. It means that non-polar organic compounds are soluble in benzene, carbon disulfide, ether, etc., and polar compounds are soluble in alcohols. Okay. What about the melting and boiling points of the compounds, organic compounds? So when we talk about melting point and boiling point of organic compounds, we see that covalent bonding is relatively a weaker bonding in comparison to the ionic bond. So covalent bond is weaker than ionic bond. Hence, all organic compounds are made up due to the covalent bonding. So organic compounds have low melting and boiling points. So organic compounds are having low melting and boiling points generally. What about the rate of reactivity? When we talk about the rate of reactivity of organic compounds, it is again low because the organic compounds need specific conditions to work. So when organic compounds need specific conditions for reaction, generally their reactivity is really low. The next part is electrical conductivity. What do we say? Electrical conductivity is the ability of a substance to conduct electricity. So the electrical conduction of organic compound is nil. It means because they are covalent molecules, they are generally non-conductors. They are unable to dissociate into their parts or into their ions, into the charged entities. Okay, so organic compounds are non-conductors. They do not dissociate into their ions. They are not able to conduct electricity. Next property is combustion. Organic compounds combust in air. They burn in air. Combustion means to burn in air. Due to the high percentage of carbon present in these compounds, they are able to burn in air, and in most of the cases, they produce carbon dioxide as a product. The stability of organic compound is very low at higher temperature. They are less stable at high temperature as compared to inorganic compounds. So here it was all about the characteristics of organic compounds. I hope all the concepts are clear. Thank you.